Hi, I'm Dr. Steve G. Jones, and I'm here today with Chanel. Hello, Chanel.
Hi, Steve.
And I'm going to answer some questions about hypnosis. Lots of people have lots of questions. So without delay, let's go ahead and jump right in. And what is your question?
So, Dr. Steve, can anyone be hypnotized?
Yes, that's a great question because a lot of people wonder that. They want to use hypnosis recordings or go to a hypnotherapist, but then they think, well, will it work for me? And some people have interesting ideas. For example, some people think, well, maybe I'm too intelligent to be hypnotized, or maybe I'm too stubborn or analytical to be hypnotized. As it turns out, everyone can be hypnotized. Everyone is suggestible, or as the standard tests call it, susceptible. I don't like that word. I like the word suggestible. But Harvard and Stanford got together a while back and created the hypnotic scale of susceptibility, as they call it. And it's a self-assessment test. You take it yourself and you get a numeric value corresponding to how suggestible, or as they call it, susceptible you are. And so everyone can be hypnotized. I look at it like electrical conductivity. Every substance on the planet will conduct electricity. Some conduct it really well, like metal. Some conduct it poorly, like wood. So we all are suggestible and hypnotizable in the sense that every substance on the planet is capable of conducting electrical current. Some of us do it really well, some of us don't. The good news is for those who don't, who aren't very suggestible or susceptible, the good news is that if you expose yourself to hypnosis on a regular basis, it overrides that, it overcomes that. So for example, let's take somebody who scored low on the susceptibility test, and they may think, well, I'm not very susceptible / suggestible, so I don't want to, waste my time with hypnosis. Well, that's not the way to think at all. That's why my hypnosis recordings and lots of people's hypnosis recordings are designed to be listened to for 21 nights in a row. So you overcome that. You don't really bypass it necessarily, but by repeated exposure, you make up for the fact that maybe you're not as suggestible as someone else. So by repeated use of hypnosis recordings, you can overcome that.
Oh, okay. So why 21 days exactly?
Well, 21 days is something that kind of got into the mainstream literature. A lot of things require a certain amount of exposure. They say 21 days to change a habit, for example. Well, I haven't read the study that shows that it was exactly 21 days to change a habit. But what I do know is that overall, people on average need a certain amount of exposure to something new if they want to do something new. If you want to have a new habit, for example, if you do it a different way, the way that you want to do it for 21 days, eventually it becomes your routine. It doesn't mean that it's set in stone. It doesn't mean it'll never change. It doesn't mean that you'll have that forever. We are, as Tony Robbins puts it, kind of like pianos that need to be tuned up every now and then so we can go out of tune. So it is possible that we could backslide a little bit, as it were, and need a little tune-up. That's why I always suggest with my hypnosis recordings, keep them handy, and if you start doing the thing that you were working against, the change that you want, if you start going the other way, just listen to it, not 21 nights in a row, but just a night or two to get yourself back into it. So what we found is that when you take everything together and we look at a lot of different things, on average, our best indicators point to the idea that about 3 weeks is what's needed for some sort of a positive, powerful change, and it also shows you that you're not just playing at it. This is actually the way you do things from now on.
Okay, great.
And if you want to experience hypnosis yourself, head over to my website, which is stevegjones.com. I've got a free hypnosis recording for you. Good news about that is that it's designed to release what I call your inner millionaire, the part of you that has that power and that passion inside you to produce something that you could actually turn into potentially a living. Who knows? Check it out. Find out for yourself at stevegjones.com, free hypnosis recording. I'm Dr. Steve G. Jones, and thank you for this, Chanel.
Thank you.
We hope you have an outstanding day.